B 频道吧，他们妈对这场实在不想看了。
看什么 B 频道是吧？
嗯。嘎姐打黑罗马瑞，
这场还好看一点，说不定。
Scarlet put it in a bit of an awkward position. I understand not expecting that it would be scouted. Oh, good scan. I was gonna say if he moves through these bushes.
A 组讲实话是稍微弱了一点。
对，
讲道理，
索拉河马有点实力。
黑组真的稍微弱了一点。
但这个东西运气也是实力的一部分，
运气也是实力的一部分，也没什么好说的。
啊，这嘎子在干嘛？为了砸一下那么拼吗？
She will find a couple of tanks on siege. Actually, a lot of tanks on siege. Only able to get 2, I think. Big fungal rotation.
他是想定加砸。
Is attempted. Right now, she needs lings, I think, in order to try and jump in on top of this army. This is looking really scary for Scarlet, actually, despite the supplies.
Yeah, obviously roaches and ravagers are not the.
哎，这什么意思啊
I don't think that's the button you're looking for. Obviously, roaches and ravagers are not supply efficient.
嘎姐 也有点搞笑，好吧？
嘎姐是很搞笑呀。
那么多坦克，这橄榄虫在这又不是打生化部队，你这橄榄虫你定住又怎么样呢？坦克本来就不会，坦克架它本来就不会动的，对不对嘛？你想你2-0就这样结束了。
感谢少加糖的咖啡的一个飞机，
感谢再主频道吧。
那不是又接回来了？
那怎么办嘛？
And Hero Marine did such a good job with those clones.
Micro 79, pretty solid, yeah.
哎妈了个鸡，河马妈在那边乱杀，我靠！河马已经4-0了，
河马出现了呀。
对，河马应该大概率小组第一出现。
Put the same with everything.
Oh, 83?
Oh. Overall?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, overall.
Are they sure? I think I'm a little worse than Yao.
但河马今年的就去年1年的成绩其实并不是很好。
Defense, yeah, I mean the big gate pushes. Come on, if there's anyone disagreeing here, I'm
可能跟他后来去读书了有点关系。
82, strategy 81, speed 81, macro 80.
反正他读书管读书嘛，然后战队也有一份工资拿着，挺好的。
And less micro.
All pretty similar though.
没事还能出来打打比赛。
It seems like people just skipped over me as well.
以后星际争霸结束了，可能他就找份工作嘛，就读完书之后找份工作。
那肯定都是这样子的呀，
对吧？
That's always what people say. Oh, you always
对啊。
play standard, but I don't.
He has the builds for the tournaments. The ladders,
Just
the
because I'm
standard,
streaming,
the streaming,
so-
yeah.
No, I'm very happy with that rating. I'm not wondering what you guys got.
Alright, let's see. 80.
Oh, I see a lot of differences in there.
Attack 76. Defense 84. Strategy 77. Speed
哎，其实欧洲选手其实很多都是边读书，然后边在那边
边打职业的嘛，
有很多都对，
很多都是这样的。
Yeah, this is the camping turn.
The best play style.
Oh, 87. Wow. Overall, attack 88, defense 87, strategy 81, speed 88, macro 91, and micro 86.
I'm actually surprised you're below 90.
Oh, really?
I rated you higher.
逆补也读书去了呀，逆补把他大学学费都挣好了。 逆补就靠星际争霸，把他大学的学费、生活费全部挣好了。
My statistics sucks. They are not true.
Not sure what he did.
你想逆补职业生涯拿了不算工资啊，逆补职业生涯拿了50-60万美金哎，
有的，
对不对？他工资也还不错的呀，他工资大概当时在那个是4000美金一个月还是35？
Does not agree. There's a few things that I like. I like that Big Go's just like, yeah, we didn't know where to put you because you don't play anymore. It's like, okay. Then he's like,
感谢我喜欢失败的第一步的一个飞机感兄弟。
Like that was awesome. And Spirit so far, these strategies. He said he deserved 87. So far,
逆步在美国读书呀，他肯定是。
I think that scorecard was maybe onto something, mate.
Maybe onto something. Maybe you should stick to just the defensive Terran style as we get into the third and final game of this series. Top right hand corner, the red Terran representing Na'Vi, not happy with his stats. Maybe happy about this game though.
他靠这个星际还是赚了蛮多钱的。
And spawning a bomb left. It is Basilisk tirgger.
而且他有这个经历嘛，他读完了大学之后，他去找工作也多一份经历啊。
Lots of chaos, lots of weird stuff. Spirit getting himself like very behind, or he's been
这
very
确实
all about dealing a lot of damage with these builds, hasn't he? It's very much like a do or die kind of build situation for him, like proxy factory 3 Hellions, and then he looked a little bit shaky with the micro on it. So I hope that he starts doing stuff a tiny bit more normal. He's going to go for an engineering block again over here. When Clem does this, he always waits for the SV.
突然一下子怎么就只有360了
kind of weird scouting pattern, so you don't meet the probe directly across the map. But tirgger, look at this.
啊？
Wow, I mean that's just.
我突然一下只有360啊。
可能是卡这个网页了，你多关了，然后多刷几次就有。
Proper reading him. This makes okay, I thought it was a cheeky surround there, but might have mineral walked out of it. But yeah, this is actually just showing that tirgger's come in.
Port 和我比学历
in particular, which is
那 Port 后来去 SKT 好像被开掉了。
我很奇怪，我现在就那个主频道是360，我其他频道都是。
对呀，就卡网页了呀。多刷几次就能刷回来了。你把浏览器全部关了，然后重新开，然后再刷2次。
When I think I'm the favorite player in a best of 3, I always like to go with the okay, let's get some scouting information going. So like Reapers always want to in my arsenal.
Port 之前就是打完职业，然后在美国读书毕业了，然后就回到那个 T1， 在 T1 当了段时间经理，然后后来 T1 把他开了，现在不知道在干嘛。
估计就不在这个行业了吧。
was a little bit lacking, and to throw it out in the final game, maybe he's kicking himself a little bit for that, because he was playing very good with the Blink Boys, which, yeah, tirgger going again for the Twilight Council, which
还是 VC 开啊，对吧
he's shown with it so far in these games. He's not been losing because of build order, so yeah, might as well stick with it.
Yeah, I like it. I think I like it a lot, and I think Spirit as well also says.
Port 就 focus 了是吧？ 就换了个战队。
haven't been great for me, so even better time to go blink, right? Because then you don't have to be like, oh, the blink's not going to help me out initially on the defense.
Port 呢，你说找俱乐部呢，他还是有自己的独到的一个优势的。毕竟选手当了那么久，而且还是有一个有成绩的选手。
又当过选手，又有成绩，然后呢，还有学历。那你这个找工作，你优势就比普通的人要大一点。
对的，
就像你在国内，你如果是一个顶尖选手，你当过，然后你又有学历，你到国内的游戏公司找工作也好找一点。相对来说要好一点。
那肯定的嘛。不，I 不就这种情况嘛？
那 I 也不是找的游戏公司嘛，我就说你到游戏公司找，其实是。
不，当时不是就JV还是接纳 I 的？
对。
对不对嘛？
Don't love that against the Blink Stalkers coming through.
Yeah.
I 当时要想进网易是随便进的。
I mean, if he gets Banshee and Tank, it can actually be very problematic. He is one of these Terrans. He's one of these Terrans left that actually likes Banshees against Protoss, because you get into a mineral line, you feel good. This is a big scout. That Reaper died on the way in, but the Hellion did not, and that's.
但后面你说JV 没有了，那这个事情跟就 I 就没有关系。
Again, let's see.
我也是，对啊，我也是啊，对啊。你说的没错，我也是啊。包括是法人也算，因为法人当时也是。
网易就凉了，那也没凉呀，他可以换一个岗换岗的呀，网易那么大。
他可以换岗，对，他会换岗。 而且说白了你在网易对吧？你在网易干个几年，你说你跳槽你也可以跳的，又不对不对嘛？当时
但是他有个事情很二，我跟你说，他去面的腾讯，然后被网易的人知道了。
那是有点啊，
这个事情是很二的一件事情。
It kind of works in both ways. It certainly does. I mean, there is going to be a second tank.
这个你妈这个有点伤，我说实话。
这个后来就网易的人就说妈批，那这个不能要了。这个我知道的。怎么知道的？那哎呀，我就跟你们说。怎么知道的？这个圈子很小的，游戏这个圈子很小的。你今天去面腾讯，那腾讯那边也有很多以前网易的都是同事的，他们也要问一句的。比如说你来面试，他妈的别人肯定在微信上就问一下，哎，你们那边是不是以前有个选手？那这个人怎么样？到我这边来面试了。哎，这个人怎么样，对吧？聪不聪明，做事靠不靠谱？他妈的问一句就知道了呀。这游戏公司的人都是通的呀，你以为游戏公司的人他妈都这个跳槽那个跳槽的呀？
有很多跳槽都是妈的别人推荐你过去的。
对呀，都是一个圈子的呀，
大家都熟的。被坦克弹轰也不是个事儿啊，
俗称背调。哎，对呀，就是呀。我有时候也会接到这种，就是有人微信过来问问这个人那个人的，哎，你们这个圈子的这个人靠不靠谱啊，或者怎么样，那也会问一问的呀。
I'm not sure he wants to stick around here, Wardy, but he is all about sticking around, and that's still an ample number of units left over here. And the one thing I'm really worried about for trigger, all these stalkers are getting really bruised, you know? Like, if a counterattack does happen, which it absolutely will, look at those big juicy
感觉这几波下来
those stalkers aren't going to last long enough.
大叔还是防的比较好的。
The way the series has gone though, right? Spirit feels like it's time to go counterattack. Trigger's been brilliant at stopping.
这把如果最后 trigger 输了，他绝对会后悔。第二把为什么没拿下？太伤了。
So yeah, this would be the time to absolutely just stop Spirit from going across the map once more, and he's doing his best with these few stalkers for the moment.
Yeah, Trigger's mindset right now, you're absolutely right. His eco is technically better, right? He's on 3 Nexus, he's getting.
哎呀，我们现在就等鸡哥和先打鸡哥的比赛啊，然后再打夜蝶的比赛。
对，今天
鸡哥先打，其实鸡哥第一场机会也不大，打大克。鸡哥第二场是很关键的，他要拼那个修泰姆。
我跟你们说，大的这个 AVP， 我觉得是全世界至少在中期最强的 AVP， 比 CIO 都强，因为 CIO 太固定了。大可，你摸不准他会不会打一波，鸡哥绝对打不过大可。 能赢一盘就烧高香了，
但是我们这次比赛，你从李培兰的比赛就看出来，每个小分都很关键。
对，
真的每个小分都很关键。李培兰但凡多赢一个小分，现在局势跟现在就完全天壤之别。
没错，
每个小分都很关键。
他多一个小分，那就命运可能就掌握在自己手中了。
多一个小分就很主动。
This I like a little bit better, give you a bit of momentum. I mean, look at Trigger go with the 4th base coming online as well. I mean, he sees the 3rd coming up from Spirit, so he says, okay, well, you know, in theory, I should be able to get a 4th. And
is there any vision? Is there any vision here? Is this like, so, no. Oh, this is like the one sweet spot. It's so important to have pylons around your base. And Trigger, he's very focused on the front. Beautiful.
大可只能打一波，大可后期不行。他妈的，他后期不行，那看跟谁比呀，哥？
你们太不了解大可了，我只能说，
他妈大可打鸡哥，你说不定觉得他后期无解，好吧？
不是，根本就打不到后期。
对呀，而且很有可能你都看不到后期。
他莫名其妙一波就来了，我跟你说，他就不跟你讲道理的。 有多少神族是死在他这种什么狗毒爆，他妈的直接狗毒爆一波，
什么虫洞一波，
走女王虫洞一波，对啊，然后什么蟑螂狗毒爆的这种，
pretty
我
damn
昨天
good.
看了
He is
大
able
克
to
打
boost
打
that
那个
4
谁
at a
打
time.
那个谁
That's
打
exactly what he's
打
going
小
for.
打
Taking
谁
them
打
on
小
Hero
黑还是打谁那场，
and that plus
我觉得大克
0
好
second
强，我
robo
靠，
as
控图能力
well.
太强了，这
Spirit
抗压能
does
力
have a
简直
very
拉满。
formidable army, and lots of Terrans, as soon as those next couple
他
of
可是
goes
大
come
可
out,
好吧，世界
it's
冠
all
军。
about you getting on the map,
虽然是
slowing
叛
down
人
the，
但是他
Protoss
实
a
力
little
还
bit.
是有的。
It's a lot of marauders in this
那
army.
一场我
Very
我已经
Marauder
折
heavy,
服了，好吧
very, very
那个
solid.
飞龙我靠，
No, it really is. It's a lot of marauders mixed in there. As our army of Trigger continues to get set up around the bottom, you're going to be seeing finally Spirit actually going to push across the map. He's not had a lot of these. As the Zealots already set up the counter-attack, and Trigger's very happy to meet on.
今天晚上我们还会抽奖，不要急，兄弟们。今天晚上我
12
们
点抽吧，12点抽。
12点抽，好吧
，12点准时，好吧，10个666，
正好也是新年啊，也是新年。
感谢大家这些年支持吧。
This bunker setup as well, that's gorgeous. Zealots can't do anything so far. Trigger is, or rather Spirit is meeting the challenge, and he's got this army out on the map, but I don't think he's really needing to do something with it right here, right now. Oh, that, oh, okay, cancel at the last moment there. I mean, Spirit does have to be careful. There isn't a lot of anti-Colossus in this mix.
他们两个真的有点有来有回。不过沙师傅人族他有个绝技，就是转解放者。这个转解放者，我觉得是一个非常不错的一个选择。
As you're going to see, this army has not been reinforced for a hot second either because he's been dealing with the Zealots back at home, so scary moment, but Spirit kind of gets the jump at the start of the fight, and now some reinforcements have been showing up as well.
So many tanks. Like, the tanks aren't bad against the Colossus, but they're also pretty darn good against the Disruptors. Like, they make it very tricky. Spirit doesn't need to fight this. That was actually not a bad split, but the other units did run in there.
好像还是炸到2个。
我现在穿的还行。
农民 H 的还可以。
This army's getting ridiculously close, and tanks they want you back up against the wall, and that's
这种推进其实
shield battery overcharge.
沙师傅不是特别好推这个推进。
A big force here from Spirit, still just trying to push up, but I mean, yeah, the overcharge is going to die off. Maybe that gives Spirit more of an opportunity, but still having to deal with those Zealots.
要非常注意自爆球啊！万一被炸到一波，你这个正面就全倒。
No fourth really puts the pressure on Spirit.
It really does, absolutely does. And Trigger, he doesn't need to push the issue necessarily, like, because he's getting +3, +1 armor behind this. He's taken a 5th base as well. So if I slow down this push, I'm actually in good shape, and I totally agree with him. He's even getting DTs amidst all this as well.
Yep, again the Dark Templar coming through. Just something else.
即使你刷波叉直接 A 下去也打穿了，为什么？对吧？
It's getting more and more dire.
哎呦，这
He's
引
gonna
刀
pull the trigger very soon on Trigger because he's just not got much at all anymore.
妈，我怎么感觉沙师傅乱了呀？乱了呀，沙师傅！这个也没操作。
He's down to 38 SCVs amidst all this, and I mean, this is a nice little hold that you've got going at the bottom of this round, but Trigger, again, we already talked about it. He doesn't even need to necessarily hold this off. He just needs to buy time. Time is massively on his side.
还在送他。
Close to 34 SCVs, and Spirit, he's starting to feel the pressure a little bit. A few whiffs here from these disruptors. And remember, Spirit or Trigger doesn't need to fight right now. Is he going to
哎呦，
还是要看自爆球。哦呦，满贯了，这个满贯了。
有点痛啊！沙师傅要没了呀，这么
关键有核电站，你有点打不动。
沙师傅 trigger 都打不过。不过他本来也这2个人都0-3。
他们
没啥好说的，都是要被淘汰的货。
You're just gonna be rich, and he's even just detailing these reinforcements. Just force scans, force mules not to be used because right now that's something that Spirit can't afford. Spirit really is forced to keep going up this round. He does find one disruptor shot there. This one doesn't connect. And he really wants to try and find this base, and well, Trigger, he's not going to contest it too much. He's just going to back away from it. He says, you know what, I've got another base to the left side. If you fought so hard and so long for this position, have it. I've done even more economic damage. The longer I wait, the better my army is.
Honestly, Trigger's just been
王哥，你今天年夜饭有哪几个？看你报一下。
我今天并没有吃年夜饭，
为什么？
因为我儿子发烧了，送他去医院的。
啊？
我儿子发烧，就带他去医院看病去了。然后那个家里面就随便吃了一下。
That was a massive hit to him, and eco-wise,
去测了一下，是那个细菌感染，没什么事。
养养就好了，养养就好了。
细菌感染，吃点药就好了。
对，吃点药。发热嘛，热的话嘛，吃点美林什么的就好了。
啊，对，就吃点美林嘛。如果热高了就发热发的高就吃点美林，然后这个再吃点医生配的药嘛。
这种我也没说，这种就是小孩子发烧发热这种事情，其实很正常的。
就每发一次烧，他实际上身体会更好一点嘛。
对，
对吧？就提高免疫力什么的。
啊，就打怪经验值啊，就是。2-1
，tirgger 终于赢了一把。
没有，但这个还是证明，特别在中午那个
不容易啊，证明了自己，赢一把。
Yeah, no, he was really good, man. Like he actually just played really good stuff.
我怎么感觉他还是好紧张啊？
这
时候不应该过去握手吗？有点摸不到头脑，我发现。500刀，对的，赢一个波塞500刀，说的没错，兄弟。
这次烧的也不高，这次，因为以前几次，比如说甲流啊、新冠什么的，它都烧到40度的，这次烧到大概38度、8度5、8度6就没了，就不烧了。啊，吃个美林就下来了，然后去医院就抽了个血嘛，一查是那个细菌感染。
我今天晚上年夜饭也没怎么吃。
小孩子都烧得很高的呀，小孩子烧到40度很正常的。
今天晚上看到这个桌上的这些虫子，我就没有什么食欲了。
那不赢呐！我靠，这种才叫年夜饭好吧？懒得吃得到一次的。
你妈了！
感谢球奶新年找不到老婆的一个飞机感兄弟。
桌上一个那种蚕蛹，你知道吧？一个大蚕蛹，一个小蚕蛹，还有一个这种像虫子一样，这个叫什么？我也不想
赢了呀，孙哥！这种才是真正的年夜饭呀！就他妈的平时吃不到的。为什么小时候喜欢过年嘛？妈的，小时候就是过年的时候，平时都没有。
那怎么这个平时还真吃不到，好吧？
啊，对呀，妈的赢了呀！我靠。
Well, I should have went with
不，这种我吃不惯，真吃不惯。
Even still, I was still winning, but I just couldn't keep my cool because he dropped me in an unexpected area and.
高蛋白。
Yeah, so I just kind of lost my.
是炸的还是什么嘛？
有里面炸的呀。
油炸的他妈的就没什么的呀，妈的整就完事儿了。再蘸点那个辣椒面吃呀，爽的一批。
不，兄弟接受不了。
哎呀，孙哥他妈的人生就这苦短，就这么点时间，他妈的体验一下呀。
不，这个真的体验不了，无法下口。
下次找机会你带我去好吧？感谢金毛的飞机，
感谢金毛，
我还没吃过呢。这种妈的，他既然该摆上桌，说明吃不死人，慌个毛。
那肯定吃不死人的呀，
说不定还很好吃。
好不好吃我不知道，反正我没吃。
哎，绝壁可以的呀，嘎嘣脆，好吧。
别说了，下次一定带你来吃一次，好吧？
说起来，你妈的，我就开袋牛肉干，妈没有虫子吃，只能吃牛肉干了。
And while you've got this audience in front of you, they're so excited to see you. They very much enjoy your games. Anything you want to say to everyone out there and everyone watching at home?
Yeah, thank you for watching me.
不是，主要不是说好不好吃，我也知道，就这个是肯定能吃的，但是说我个人是接受不了，因为从来没吃过。
妈还是生活好的，妈那个记得饿死你的时候看你吃不吃。
妈的，那些虫子还挺贵的，黄哥，跟他妈生活好坏没有关系，好不好？
By tirgger 2-1 against Spirit, and of course this death segment here, as well as the Intel Extreme Masters Katowice, are brought to you by the US.
还是好怀念杭州的这个年夜饭，一个白切鸡，一个丸子青菜丸子汤，一个大闸蟹，一条鱼，一条红烧鲫鱼，然后一盆虾，再搞个什么炒的这种排骨，什么还有什么什么冬笋炒什么那种咸菜。
你们说的这些我都不怕，你们别他妈吹牛逼。什么水蟑螂这些有什么不能吃的？
豌豆尖兄弟，豌豆尖无敌，我告诉你，豌豆尖，妈的必吃好吧？豌豆尖真的无敌。
折耳根搞起来，
折耳根吃不惯，兄弟，真的黄哥，我吃不惯。我知道你肯定喜欢吃折耳根，但是我吃不惯。
Yeah, you're definitely influencing me in that one, but I think I agree with you.
油炸蝎子，那油炸蝎子说不定也很好吃啊。
Yeah, I'm gonna agree as well.
Okay, if a DT can kill an entire eBay, imagine how many SUVs.
哎，只要是那种，
Even after that, like maybe
只要是这种肉质的这种什么虫子啊，这东西，你到油里面炸一下。 炸一下，那是不是就是那种嘎嘣脆了？然后再蘸点辣椒面，他妈能不香？孜然辣椒面这些东西，妈往里面裹一裹，出来能不香？绝逼香的一匹。
不说了，黄哥，一定带你来试试，好吧？妈，主要我跟你说，我吃不下有一个很大的原因，就我过去的时候它还没炸，你知道吗？这个东西还在动，你知道吗？这个蚕蛹。
哎呀，你要抛开世俗的眼光呀！
妈的，这不是世俗眼光，这个我。
那你妈生蚝也看起来很难看的呀，为什么你也能吃啊？生的你都能吃，生蚝不难看吗？
生蚝不是虫子啊，
哎，有啥区别嘛？有啥区别？我就问你，生蚝跟这个虫子有啥区别？ 没区别的呀，他妈鱿鱼这些，那不也是虫子啊？看起来。
我操，鱿鱼那么鲜嫩的东西，我靠，
那不一样的嘛。那我再跟你说，皮皮虾像不像虫子？你不也吃？
皮皮
虾你妈放出来不像虫子啊？你不也吃的你妈嘎嘣脆？
哎，你别逼，下次一定带你去吃，好吧？妈的，让你体验一下。
I actually believe he's not guaranteed top 12. I think he's guaranteed top 8. I think he has won the group already because he's currently +7.
螃蟹不像虫子吗？
那你要这么说，那也是有点像。妈的，这螃蟹、小龙虾这种都有点像虫子。
对呀，那不你吃的嘎嘣脆。你要抛开世俗的观念好吗？你妈云南就是吃虫子的，你他妈的到了云南不入乡随俗，你搞毛！我靠，妈别人哎，你们亲戚大过年的，平时都舍不得吃的。 跟你他妈的花了那么多钱，跟你搞了一桌虫子，结果你不吃，你妈的背地里别人就说你妈杭州来的人真他妈作。
不是，这么
是不是这个道理？我就问你，
差不多离了3000公里。
他妈的，别人给了你那么多好，平时都不舍得吃的，给你端上来。 端到你这桌上，然后都不吃。入乡随俗4个字，你一定要记住，孙哥。折耳根这些，你妈大把的吃。
不，折耳根我是吃过，但是我是吃不惯那个味道。
还是那个4个字，入乡随俗，好吧？
不吃不惯，因为味道那怎么办？
哎，就像如果我到杭州来，他妈你跟我整一锅大闸蟹，那么我也感觉像虫子，我也吃不下，我他妈觉得难吃的一批。但是你妈的你都端上来了，而且你妈平时可能也舍不得吃的， 是不是？他妈的好酒好菜拿上来了，他妈的肯定不能驳你面子的呀。那硬着头皮也要吃的呀。你今天晚上的表现让你们的亲戚，让你家里人很失望。
别逼，下次来杭州，老子妈的带你去吃西湖醋鱼，你给我好好吃。
可以啊。你知道吗？你们家里面人现在对你很失望。你妈的杭州来了个狗逼，你妈挣了点钱，他妈的就他妈装逼，心里面肯定这样子骂你的。让你好好吃西湖醋鱼，让你上上强度，我操！带你领略一下杭州著名的美食西湖醋鱼到底是什么样的。